Students, good morning. Today we are going to see about the basics of green computing. So what is green computing? It is a study of design, use and disposal of computing devices in a way that reduces their environmental impact. That is, it is a study of how to design, use and disposal of electronic devices and how to dispose them after using the electronic devices for many years. That is, when they are getting old, how to dispose them. So it is a study of design, use and dispose of electronic devices, okay, in such a way that it won't give any negative impact to the environment. So what is green technology? The green technology refers to the use of technology to make positive environmental impacts or reduce the negative environmental impacts. So what is positive environmental impact? For example, take the tourism. To attract tourist people, we have made so many parks and gardens, and these parks and gardens giving positive impact to the environment. Okay, to attract the tourist people, our government made many parks and gardens, and these parks and gardens giving positive impact to the environment. For example, take the botanical garden in Ooty. The botanical garden in Ooty attracts many tourist people, and also this botanical garden giving positive impact to the environment. Okay, and what is negative environmental impact? So negative environmental impact means we are using petrol and diesel, right? This petrol and diesel are polluting the air. Okay, so this is the negative impact on the environmental. Okay. So green tech is also known as clean tech or environmental technology. And this green computing is a cloud storage technology. It is a service package in which data is stored, managed and backed up remotely and made available to users over a network and internet services. Cloud storage is based on virtualized infrastructure with accessible interfaces. Okay. Virtualization is the main approach of green computing. Okay. So green computing and green cloud. Green computing is the term used to denote efficient use of resources in computing. It is also known as green IT. Green cloud is the study and practice of design, manufacturing, using and disposing of computers, servers and associated subsystems. Okay. What are the goals of green computing? To reduce the use of hazardous materials and minimize the energy consumption. Hazardous materials, dangerous materials. Okay, how to avoid the use of hazardous materials? Okay, the main goal of green computing is how to avoid the usage of hazardous materials and how to reduce the power consumption and how to recycle the outdated products and factory waste. The aim of green computing is how to recycle the outdated products. Okay, if we recycle the plastic, we can recycle the plastic materials, right? So that you can use again and again, right? To let the corporate IT companies to initiate green computing to reduce the environmental effect of their IT operations. Let the corporate IT companies to initiate green computing. Okay, for example, if a laptop is running for 2 to 3 hours or 2 to 3 hours, the laptop the heat is produced from the laptop. You may feel the heat while you are working for 2 to 3 hours. You may feel the heat from the laptop, right? So at a time, millions and millions of laptops are being used in the world at a time. So you imagine how much heat is produced from laptop computers, right? So the green computing is how to reduce the heat generated produces from the laptop. So the laptop should be designed and manufactured in such a way that it should not produce so much heat. Okay, how to reduce the laptop, how to manufacture the laptop in such a way that it won't produces much heat. and to have a climate neutral by 2030. See, it's the goals of green computing. Advantage of green computing: it reduces energy consumption and energy cost. It also reduces the carbon footprint, particularly of IT assets. So what is carbon footprint? It is a measure of the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere as a result of the activities of an IT organization, factory, community, or an individual. And let us see the major components of IT industry. They are hardware, software, networking components, operating system, data center and storage facilities. All of these are used to deliver IT services and solutions. So these are the major components of IT industry. 3 R's of green IT. What are the 3 R's? Reuse, rubber fish and recycling. Okay, these are the 3 R's of green IT. Fossil fuel. What is fossil fuel? The uses of fossil fuels should be reduced in power plants and transportation. It should be reduced. The usage of fossil fuels should be reduced because it polluted the air. The fossil fuels are polluting the air. Fossil fuel is a what is fossil fuel? It is a hydrocarbon formed from the remains of the dead plants and animals that is extracted and burned as a fuel. The main fossil fuels are coal, oil. Oil means petrol, diesel, and natural gas. If green computing is imposed, the usage of fossil fuels may be controlled. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy produced using renewable natural resources such as sunlight, wind, rain, ocean waves, and geothermal energy. Renewable energy means the energy we are getting from sunlight, the energy we are getting from wind, rain, ocean waves. These are all renewable energy. What is geothermal energy? Means the heat that is generated within the earth. Okay, geo means earth, thermal means heat. Okay. Benefits of renewable energy. So what are the benefits of renewable energy? There is less global warming, improved public health. That means the renewable energy, it won't cause any harmful to the people. Okay. And inexhaustible energy. That is the sources which cannot be finished by human activities such as ocean waves, solar, wind, water and sunlight. Human beings cannot stop the ocean waves, right? Ocean wave or solar or wind. Human beings cannot stop this wind or ocean waves. So the energy getting from these sources are called as inexhaustible energy. And benefit, last benefit is reliability and resilience, flexibility. So we are getting reliable energy and flexible energy from renewable sources. Approaches for green computing. First one is ALR, Adaptive Link Rate Approach. This is an approach to make network infrastructure and network protocols power aware and green. And this technology reduces power consumption by adapting link speed to traffic demand. If there is no communication network, devices go into sleep mode. Okay. So this is the adaptive link rate approach. If any device is not in use, we should put it into sleep mode, right? So that we can save some power. Next one is energy aware infrastructure in data centers. Excessive power consumption leads to larger power bills. Of course, sufficient amount of energy can only be conserved by running services at low power mode and powering off servers that are idle. When the service is idle, when a machine is idle, it is better to switch off, right? The aim of energy aware infrastructure in data centers is to minimize the overall power consumption. Next approach, virtualization. With virtualization, a system administrator could combine several physical systems into virtual machine on one single powerful system, thereby unplugging the original hardware and reducing power consumption. Okay, so by using the virtualization technology, we can reduce the power consumption. So if power consumption is reduced, it may be benefit to it gives positive impact to the environment. Terminal servers. Next approach is terminal servers. Terminal servers are used in green computing methods, and is terminals connecting to a central server. All of the computing is done at the server level, but the end user experience the operating system. With thin clients creating virtual labs, the usage of terminal service is increased, and at the same time only 1 by 8 of the amount of energy a normal workstation is usually consumed, and thus decreasing energy cost and consumption rate. So these virtual labs, virtual lab, if you take this virtual lab, the power consumption is only 1 by 8 of a normal workstation. Normal workstation use the energy. Only 1 by 8 only it uses the power. When compared to a normal workstation, the virtual labs uses only 1 by 8 of the energy or power. Power management. The advanced configuration and power interface ACPI and open industry standard allows an operating system to directly control the power saving aspects of its underlying hardware. This allows the system to automatically turn off the components such as monitors and hard drives after set periods of inactivity. Okay, after 3 or 4 minutes, if the hard disk monitors are in idle, they will go to the sleep mode or turn off, power off mode. Green digital governance. What is green digital governance? It refers to the use of information and communication technology to support environmentally sustainable policies and practices. The goal of green digital governance is to reduce the carbon footprint of the digital economy and to support the transition to a more sustainable and resilient society.